Hello everybody, how are we all doing? Welcome aboard. Just give me a second. All right. Can everyone hear me nice and clearly? Everyone hear me nice and clearly now? Just got to make sure that we'll just bring this up a little bit more. Okay, should be right there. Actually, I've done a couple of settings today, so you're welcome aboard. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is the Aussie Don, and welcome aboard to our final ever Train Sim World free live stream. This is our farewell to a other era of Train Sim World action. Nice and clear. Yep, everyone hears me. Sorry, you might have been hearing an echo there. A second, my webcam was on as well, and I've a few settings have happened with my webcam. Let me just make sure that I've got everything organized. Yep, all right, we should be right to go. Welcome aboard, and a end of an era here today. We are ready to rock and roll, and we're going to kick it off with Castle Wolfsburg action, and we're going to take a BR1401 for a roll here today. We're going to take the 14 car. We're going to do it in a bit of light cloud. And just to let you guys know, today I actually have done a few new settings. So what I've done today is I've been running my my screen on a HDMI cable with a G-Sync. I haven't been able to G-Sync my screen all this damn time. And I've been trying to figure it out, how to get the G-Sync going, and it turns out that my particular HP screen that I roll with 144 Hz G-Sync screen needed to have a display capture screen cable to have it up and running. So that's what I've done today. I went and purchased a second display capture cable, which I use for my screen where I've got all my live streaming settings and live stream chat and all the other information I have on me. So yeah, I now have that all organized, and I've now finally have G-synced my screen. Yes. Also today, with the custom engine setting that I've been using for Train Sim World, I've actually upped a bit of it today and tweaked it even more today. So yeah, we're going to see how we go with it on a live stream. So anyway, how are we all doing? Is everybody excited for Train Sim World 4? Can confirm. 15 hours UTC time for the console versions, 17 hours UTC time for the PC versions. Both PC, Epic, and Steam are releasing at the same time. I was actually thinking it would be normal and it would be 2 hours difference from the Epic to the Steam, and 6, 7, 8 hours usually beforehand for console. But it turns out, no, that's not the case this time around. So 15 hours UTC time here in Australia is 1 a.m. Friday morning. So 1 a.m. Tonight, and 3 a.m. tonight, later on this evening, early hours Friday morning for us here in Australia, the 22nd. And that is the East Coast here in Australia. 2 hours different in the West Coast, and 30 minutes different in Northern Territory and South Australia, and obviously 2 hours ahead of that time for people in New Zealand. So welcome aboard, and welcome to Australia's original home. No word of a lie. You may get others that might spin a web and say, oh, we've been doing it longer than this guy, blah, blah, blah. I am the original Australian home of Train Sim World. I've been doing gameplay since 2019 with the original Train Sim World, and we have continued to go into gen after gen into gen. And I've been playing the game since 2017. I've been playing gameplay before that, but yeah, started doing gameplay here on our YouTube channel in 2019. So welcome aboard, and thank you very much for joining me. We have got a very exciting night ahead tonight. Lots of gameplay for you guys to enjoy, And yeah, we are waiting for TSW4's launch. Now, I can tell you guys, I would love to just download the game and come to you guys live straight away overnight here in Australia's time. But unfortunately, I have to go and download the game, and I got to go and crash out because I got to wake up early in the morning. Because if you're not aware, I had the mother of my child, her mother has just recently passed away after battling cancer for over 3.5 years, and unfortunately, I'm going to her funeral tomorrow. So, yeah, I have to go to that. I have no, obviously pay my respects and everything. So, I'm going to be going to that, and then as soon as I get back, I'm going live. So currently we got the live stream set up for around 4 p.m. In the afternoon, because I have got a lunching and everything to go to. Like, we've got to get together to go to after the funeral and everything. So I will be going to that and then I'll come back and then I'll go live. So anyway, before then, I'm hoping to get some uploaded videos of the introduction videos up and going. So those hopefully should premiere sometime through the first 24 hours. Not all of them will be there, but I'll get most of them done, and obviously I've got to get editing and everything and set those all up and cover photos and everything. So yeah, you might be aware of the lettering that I'm been doing that is different with everything I'm doing for Train Sim World 4. All that lettering I'm been doing with the Train Sim World news, with the information all on the bottom there, that's going to be the letters that I'm going to be using, the style of lettering that I'm going to be using for Train Sim World 4. So you will continue to see that throughout our pop-up live streams, our uploaded videos, and don't forget Chitchy Tuesdays and Midweek World of Trains, our two traditional main event 2-hour live streaming shows, and obviously we'll do specials with 3 hours and whatnot from time to time, and obviously there'll be delays and cancellations because of the thunderstorming season is now active. Yeah, all the razzle dazzle, it's still going to happen. So yes, we are ready for the new era. And let's see how we go this year. Can we get over 500 videos this next year? We went close to 460 this time around, but we just fell short. We had our final uploaded video premiere just before we went live here tonight. Southeastern High Speed 465 was our final video of the Train Sim World 3 era. And this is it. This is the final piece of the puzzle. And then the playlists that we've been giving you guys. The playlists are in our YouTube channel for a simple reason, folks. It's for you to easily navigate to what you want to see out of all the gameplay we've been doing. It's one location, quite simple. The Train Sim World 3 playlist will continue to be on our home screen currently, and like so-called other games, come along, they might eventually go away from the home screen. But if you scroll down the page, you'll see it's amongst there still. And yeah, we will keep that in there for a little bit longer. Anyway, the Train Sim World 4 playlist is up and running. We had our final Train Sim World news before the release earlier today with the East Coast Mainline action, information and details. I used a new text-to-speech with it today because I did have a little complaint about the text-to-speech I was using. So I thought, all right, well, I'll see if I can get one that is a little bit better. So hopefully that was a little bit better for you. So yeah, it explains it in more plain English than what I would. Trust me, I'll be just here going. Anyway, let's get going. What are we doing tonight? We're gonna do the full length. Let's just do the full length. All right, here we go. Enjoy the ride. It shall be lots of fun. Lots of excitement ahead, folks. Look, don't worry, the loading screens are all there. They're just I haven't had the chance. I'm not bothering with it because obviously I've got to change it again with Train Sim World 4. So yeah, I'm going to take the custom engine settings and see how they go also with Train Sim World 4. And yeah, I have been on the forums today to ask the guy that did repost it if he was going to do anything. I haven't seen a reply. So hopefully I will give everybody the answers, or somebody else that uses custom settings, engine inning settings, that the legendary settings that obviously have a backup cloud that sort of try to eliminate a lot of freezing. It doesn't completely eliminate it. It just softens the blow. But anyway, enough said. Our first trip, ICE 789. This was voted, this route, as the number 10 best route of Train Sim World 3. We had our top 5 countdown last night, and the Lincoln Run Strucker was voted the best route of Train Simwell 3. All right, here we go. Right. See. No LZB and PZB. Signals normal. Yep, everything is up and running. Very good. This is one system I wish they would put into TSW. It's a very complicated system, but it'd be really nice to see it. Okay. What do we have there? Now, why is that red? Why is that red? Why is that red? That's what I want to know. There we go. Instrument lights. For some reason, they like to use instrument lights on the lights themselves. Today also, folks, I have put the foliage back to Ultra. So I have been doing a bit of testing today, and it turns out that even with the foliage on high or Ultra, I don't see much differences with the frame rate. All right, here we go. Let's rock and roll. Skybox is on high settings, so high settings for the Vitamin Cloud. $85 kilometers to Folder, that's the halfway mark. So this route was released over a year ago. As you know, Train Sim World 3 was released over a year ago. So what's it? A year and 2-3 weeks old. So you can't say this area sort of did last 12 months, but yet it didn't really, because well, we got that little tiny scenario in Liberty DLC, but technically the last one was Glossop Line, so that was the last one, wasn't it? Last route release. Even though I was hoping Skyhook was doing the 221 for Midland, but we didn't get it. Oh, I wish they would hurry up and do it. Does everybody want to see a 221 in the Midland Main Line? Yes. I say yes. It's a lovely train. It's good to see the HST is going to be able to drive on the East Coast Main Line. I'm so looking forward to that. Very excited for that. Obviously, you know, the HST in the UK is now officially retired. We've still got our HSTs, our XPTs here in Australia, so if you want to experience that type of train still, you can come to Australia and enjoy it for yourself. Take a trip from Sydney to Brisbane, or Brisbane to Sydney, or you can go from Sydney to Canberra, or vice versa, Canberra to Sydney, or you can go to Sydney to Melbourne and vice versa, or Goulburn, or you can go to Wagga Wagga, or the XPT. And speaking of trains, I got some very exciting news. I did follow up on that Steam tour that I said it was going from Sydney to Newcastle. It turns out that actually next weekend, on grand final weekend of all weekends, there is the 2023 Sydney Vintage Transport Expo at Central Railway Station. And guess who's going to be there? Me. Next weekend I'm going to be there seeing steam locomotives, the legendary Red Rattler, the Silver Train, all the legendary trains of Sydney. Yeah, a couple steam locomotives. Oh, I'm so looking forward to next weekend. Got a big weekend next weekend. Lots of shorts are going to be coming up on the channel with all the trains, and I'm going to be at the Rugby League Grand Final next weekend as well, so yeah, I've got a big weekend ahead next weekend, you betcha. And of course I'm going to be doing footage at the Grand Final. So that'll be all up on the channel. After it though. My mate AJ is hoping the Broncos make it. I also am hoping for the Broncos to make it. I represent Queensland, so you know, that's it. Chris, how you going? Mr. Aussie Don, sad, it will be sad era. It will be sad era going to another, it'll be sad going from an era to another era. Well, you know, if you played the game as long as what I have, you know the drill by now. It's all marketing, it's all about the dollar. When you're running a business, you got to think like that. You got to be cutthroat. You got to be, you know, as much as it pains me to say that they don't get it correct all the time. But, yeah, if you know what they're like by now, don't say nothing else. That's it. Just enjoy. And it is what it is. You know, we get a core update every year. We're getting it. Even if they didn't go to Train Sim World 4 this year, they would have called it some razzle dazzle. They could have called it Train Sim World Yabba Dabba Doo, you know, or whatever they call it, Rush Hour 2.0, or you know, whatever they spun the web. You know, we all know it's the same old Train Sim World. But like I said last night, it gives me opportunities to do specials like the one we did last night, where we can give you guys a top 5 countdown of the best routes released in the last 12 months. So yeah, it's pretty cool in ways. So I did promise you guys I was going to do an uploaded video with a lot of photos that I've taken over the last 12 months on Train Sim World. I can confirm you guys I haven't been able to get in the studio today to do and edit the video for that. So the plan is after the stream tonight, I'm going to get in and do that, and I'm going to premiere that video sometime over the next 12 hours. So that will be happening, and we'll show you all the great photos we've taken over the last 12 months. Not all of them, but most of them. And of course my week 16 screenshot contest will be a month's late. Yes. I'll show you a before and after shot, the actual photo that I did, and then you'll see it with the little writing on the bottom. The official Dovetail one. Yes. Thanks Dovetail for that, I appreciate it. All the crew of Dovetail Games. And Focus Entertainment, of course, because they're owned by Focus Entertainment now. Bonjour. Do I want to see a French route within the next 12 months? Yes, yes. I got a feeling that the border crossing, the next border crossing that's already been confirmed is actually going to be a French one. I just got a feeling. I might be wrong, but yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing another French route. As long as it's not a high-speed TGV. I want to see something different, you know, the size of TGV. If they're going to do a TGV, they've got to do the original TGV, the black and orange one, the white. They got to do that one if they're going to do a TGV, because if they do the original, woo. That'll be lots of fun. That'll be lots of fun. I'll be so pumped if they did that. I'll be like, that would make me fall off my seat. Because yeah, I'm a big fan of the original TGV. That's how I fell in love with high-speed trains. When I seen the TGV first ever time, and I seen the original TGV, man. I was young when that happened. Chris said he's excited. Excited, yes. Excited, but worried what new bugs are coming. How many bugs are coming? What issues are we going to experience, rail fans? Do note, as I explained to you guys, if you see any issues, go to the Dovetail forums and submit your issues there. It helps the community, it helps the fellow players. And yeah, don't be scared to spread your submit your issues. If somebody else has done it, don't be scared still. Go on there, and even if you see somebody's thread and you see the issues, support them, back them up, and say, hey, yes, I've seen that. You're 100% correct. Dovetail need to get onto this and sort it out. And then it'll be like a SpongeBob episode. 4 weeks later. Oh, still waiting. 6 months later. Oh, hang on, we're gonna bring it 12 months later. Train Sim World 5. 1 month later. We're not longer gonna be fixing it. I went on to the screenshot contest because there was a couple of people asking about can we submit Train Sim World 4 photos to this week's contest, and I don't see why not. but I did put my 2 cents into it. I said, yeah, I don't see why not. But I think it's fair for everybody that's already submitted their entries in the first half before the release of Train Sim World 4. I think it's only fair that for this week we keep it with Train Sim World 3 and we wait until next week and we start fresh then, you know what I mean? Because not everybody's got Train Sim World 4 straight away anyway, you know what I mean? Like, people are going to be waiting for the standard edition, some people will. So not everybody can afford the big editions, you know what I mean? So, yeah, just understand that one as well, rail fans. Make it fair for everybody, you know, and keep it clean. Sometimes you got to keep it mean as well. I understand that, but I think it's only fitting and fair that I think everybody will be like, oh, hang on, no, I'm going to cancel my entry now and I'm going to replace it. I think look, if I start seeing that, then so be it. Yes, I totally understand and agree. I think that could end up being the case as well. I got a feeling that everybody's entries will start changing. I did actually take one of them off today because I didn't get many likes, but that's the only reason I did. I didn't do it just to try to have one up my sleeve. No, I didn't do it for that reason at all. But I will submit a Train Sim World 4 one, don't worry. And what one am I going to do? I'll probably go with the obvious. The one I'm looking forward to the most. East Coast. Our live stream chat is open to subscribers only. I'd love to hear from you. Come and say g'day. And I'd love to hear what you think about the Train Sim World 4. I'd like to know, you know what, I feel like putting a poll vote up and running. Actually, I should do that tonight, actually. What route are you looking forward to the most for Train Sim World 4? I did do a poll vote on our community area, and you guys did say Vorarlberg at the time, but that was only a couple weeks ago. But now you've seen every preview. And you've seen all the micro shadows and all that razzle dazzle. And yeah, I'd like to get your thoughts. Once again, I am playing on the keyboard and mouse, once again, just like I always do. What route are you looking forward to the most, Chris? What are you looking forward to the most, man? I forgot to ask you that. Well, I am asking everybody here, but what route are you looking forward to the most, man? Well, you're probably in the same boat as me, the East Coast Main Line, but yeah, you got the US one there. You got the first ever Austrian-German route, the first ever border crossing route. Hey, there you go. World of first for TSW4. Not only is it the first ever core update that we've had for that's had 3 brand new operators in one shot. That's groundbreaking itself. But also, I think this is actually the first core update that we haven't had any. I know. No, actually, we can't say that because no, we didn't have a what's the name for rush hour? Actual freight route for rush hour. We've got freight in the mix this time around, but not an actual freight route this year. You know what? There hasn't been an actual freight route since Cajon Pass, and I for one am going to back up the US players and fans of freight for this one. Even though I like freight, it's all right, but I don't do it all the time. Probably not as much as I should. I have to say that freight is we are overdue for another US freight route. There's lots of great options. Stevens Pass, Dover Pass, you got the Arizona Divide, you got the Summit, you got Chicago Racetrack, which has also got Amtrak's Meta stuff. There's a lot of options for that route, I tell you. It's a pretty straightforward route. It's a lot of stops, so it's stop and start. So that's probably one of the reasons why I would probably say that maybe not everybody would enjoy that. But in the Chicago area itself, on that particular route, oh my God, it is the freight yards there are absolutely massive. And man, I can imagine the frame rate in TSW with that. It would be nice. And it would be empty because Delta wouldn't do it right. It's not called the Southeastern, Chris. It's East Coast Main Line. East Coast Main Line. And that's short for East Coast Main Line. I was going to get a Zuma t-shirt from Redbubble, actually, the website Redbubble. They do train shirts and stuff. And I was going to get a Flying Scotsman shirt, actually, with LNER written on the singlet, and it had the number on it, the Flying Scotsman's number. And yeah, I just haven't got much money at the moment, so I'm just holding off. But I want to get this really nice Flying Scotsman singlet. It's just got the lettering on it and the number of the Flying Scotsman. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, money really tight at the moment, and my next pay is my birthday. My birthday is a couple of weeks away. Hey, gonna be older. You reach 40, that's it, game over. And then I reached 40 almost a year ago, so I'm 41 this year. I Rewind 20 years down the track. 20 years ago, I had my biggest party of all time, my 21st. Man, I remember that night off by heart. Absolutely incredible. I had around about 80, 90 people at my party. All my brothers, all my good friends. Lots and lots of fun. I had a big crew back those days. As you all do when you're young, you have a big crew, you have a lot of great friends, you have friends of friends, you know what I mean? It's wild, but I survived. We hope you enjoyed tonight's stream, folks. We've got a great lineup tonight. We've got Class 700 action on the cards tonight. Yeah, betcha. All right, we're going to start bringing that down. We're going to bring it down to 200, and we'll let the AFB bring that down. So ECML is short for East Coast Main Line, Chris, and we're getting 80 miles of it, and I can tell you in real life it's over 100 and something miles. It's like 600 something kilometres in distance. It's a massive route. I think it actually is bigger than the West Coast Main Line. I'm not 100% certain. I think it was only by a certain amount. It wasn't too much difference. Coming in a bit too hot. Slow down. I did this the other day, didn't I? I came in real hot. Oh no, I had a decent party for my 18th. It wasn't, you know, big, but it was only a couple of days after the closing ceremony of the Olympic Games in 2000, actually. So my birthday, my 18th was year 2000, so it was I sort of celebrated my birthday on the harbour on the closing ceremony, so that was what, October 1st I think it was originally, back in 2000. You get to experience the Olympic Games up in Queensland in 2032, as if the world's still around. I probably won't be. By then I'll be living in the Bahamas. My dream, just wake up next to the beach with the coconuts. I come in like Ali G. Bolt. Pass me the drink. That's it. I sit back, relax in my nice cold chair. nice havoc. You know, I'm in a hammock, and I'll just be like, in between the pine trees. Everybody's dream. I retire now. That's it. Here we are, folder. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Yeah, that'll be right. We've got an ICE in front. Oh, they reckon we've got a delay of 1 minute. How we got a delay of 1 minute? We're ahead of schedule. We're 6 minutes ahead. Hello, Earth. 1 minute delay. Delay 1 minute. How are we delayed by 1 minute? 14 hours 56 with you. 14 hours 50. Hello, Earth. Never trust a computer. It's going to Munich, this train. So it's coming out of Kassel, the Shani? Some weird name. Just Kassel. Kassel, that we easy. What's in there? WC, eh? Weather coat. Hang on, let me just get in here. Excuse me, gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? I just need to inform you guys that you suck. Often they get out of their seats and like, what? See what happens on this one. Here we go. Yeah, excuse me, ma'am. I've just been informed that your son has been playing up on the other coach, and he has to come back in. And I'm an accent. No, you have to. Excuse me. Excuse me. No, you need to go and get your son. Okay. Thank you very much. So let's see what happens on this one. Okay, here we go. Excuse me, can you turn up the heat a little bit in here? It's a little bit cold. It looks like you're freezing the top of the train. Oh, don't worry about it. The ICE's stuck on the side. I forgot. My back. Close, close, close. Can you close the door for me, please? Thank you. Unfortunately, I couldn't close the door, so they can do it for me. Nah, we're just having a bit of fun now, folks. We know we're in the final curtain. That's it. Final curtain's happening. And in 12 months' time, we'll see you for Train Sim War 5. It was meant. I did see on the forums today. Somebody reckons that it'll be releasing in mid-October next year. Train Sim War 5. Don't listen to it. Don't take it for real. Like I said to you guys, we had early September release for Train Sim War 3, late September for Train Sim War 4. I wouldn't be surprised if it's early October, Train Sim War 5 next year. I don't see it being mid-October. It's more likely that there will be a TSW 5 next year, yeah, but will they move to Unreal Engine 5? Now that PC editor's happening, it won't happen. It won't happen. I'll be very surprised after they've gone and finally done PC editor after it totally forgot about that. Man, I totally forgot about PC editor. I'm surprised no one brought it up before it was officially announced that it was coming at long last. So, man, I totally forgot about that. And because it's Train Sim War 5, you know, and you think, oh, well, state the obvious, Train Sim War 5, Unreal Engine 5, this and that. I'll be surprised if they end up doing Train Sim Unreal Engine 5. I'll be very excited if they did, but I just don't see it being the case. I've given up on all hope on that. All right, so we will be leaving the station here very shortly. We'll have a look at the map and see where that train's at. That was in front of us. I think it might have broken off actually. Okay. Wolfsburg, here we go. Also, I've upped the screen percentage to 125% today as well. But yeah, now finally playing the game with G-Sync, so... There's a talent 2 over there. Sorry, talent 1. Talent 2. Talent 1, talent 2. Exactly the same, just a different brand. Obviously it does look different and everything, and it has the same sounds. Community, please help. I noticed the Train Sim community page was actually down earlier today. I couldn't access the site, so I'm not sure if that's been fixed up or not. But yeah, I couldn't access the site today. It was, you know, blocking me for going on. I couldn't get on the site, and I thought, well, state the obvious, they're getting ready for TSW4. So, yeah, that's no surprises there. I think the same thing happened with going into 2 to 3, so it does go down from time to time, folks. They do maintenance and everything, so I've had it happen a few times over the last year that you can't access the site. I don't log in or anything on it anymore, anything like that. You know, I just go on there and just see if there's any updates and stuff, and just download the mods that I need. That reminds me, I need to take photos of all the mods I've been using on here and make sure that I can try to get them all back for, and just write down the ones that I've been using that I can hopefully we can get back for TSW4, and when we get them, we'll just put ticks next to them and just say, yep, we've gotten that back. Window open and the window closed. Right, same on this side. There you go. So we've done half of the length, 82 kilometres to Wolfsburg. So normally this time on Thursday night we're usually on the roads of America. We usually do American Truck Simulator this time every Thursday evening. So we're usually on Thursday night lighting the highways. But for this week only, we're here on Train Sim World 4, so 3. Sorry, I'm already saying it. I'm guilty. It's Train Sim World 3. We're on Train Sim World 3. We're fair-wearing Train Sim World 3, and the PC release is happening at 3 AM here in Australia. So early hours Friday for us, Friday. And I can tell you in a couple of days' time, we also will be bringing and introducing the traditional what we normally do, FIFA. But this year, and for the first ever time, we're going to be playing it on PC, and the beauty is that we can play it with the PlayStation 5 controller. Wee-hoo! I have this hooked up to the PC now. And oh man, this thing's absolutely awesome. So I'll be driving the American Truck Simulator even with the PlayStation 5 controller now. So I don't use controller for Train Sim World. That's been something being eliminated out of my gameplay for quite a while now. And if you can eliminate your controller and just play with keyboard and mouse, man, this is one of the reasons why I wish they would do mouse support for Train Sim World for PlayStation players, because the game would feel so much better for you. And trust me, you might think it might be. I was doom and gloom when I first converted over and everything. I'm like, oh, this is so foreign, you know. It's just frustrating, and man, I just really was calm, and I learned everything, and I mastered everything within the first 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks to get it finally through my head, all the buttons and everything. Man, it's all natural to me now. It's all natural, and I can't play the game any other way. It's just incredible. Rail Driver, the reason why I won't do Rail Driver is it's just a plastic piece of crap. It's like a toy. It's tiny. It looks like I'm gonna pull the handle out and snap it. It just doesn't appeal to me. And Rail Driver doesn't support everything, so it's not something that I could get into. I wish somebody would actually come up with a better, like a stronger setup for it. I've seen people do custom setups and everything for Train Sim World as well, and they've actually built, you know, proper train things with desk and all kinds of razzle dazzle on the sides and everything. And yeah, I've seen all kinds of really awesome setups. And I'm thinking, damn, how do you do this, and how do you get it to actually work with the game? You know, like, it's just absolutely insane. And I think mainly the guy that I did see, he did the box set that looks like the CSX and the BNSFs, you know, the American Freight. And I think he was mainly doing it for Run 8. And man, it was just absolutely insane. I've seen him build it from when he first showed it to when he completed it, and it was just like, my God, this just looks like a proper train inside the cabin. It's just absolutely stunning. All the setups, all the buttons, everything, all the handles, all the switches, man. Yeah, it was really, really, really incredible to see. Seen it on Facebook, and I started following it. And yeah, American fella. Oh, there goes 101 with the inner city coaches, current inner city coaches. Modern inner city coaches, I should say. Yeah, so Thursday night 18 Wheels will return next Thursday. So yeah, going back to some admin, EAFC 24 is coming to our YouTube channel this weekend as well. And it'll be the first time we're playing it on PC. So I normally play it on PlayStation. I've got a PS5, it just sits there at the moment. It is my backup system. I've sort of been threatening of selling it, but main reason I sort of not is because, you know, in case there's no cross-play support for Grand Theft Auto 6. And all my my mates will be playing it on PlayStation, so... Man, I was disappointed about the countdown clock this year for Train Sim World. I would have loved to have seen them do something like they did with the 24-hour clock they did going into TSW3. I think that was very unique still. I think it was one of their probably the best non-train streams of all time. It was really cool. Just all the hints we were getting. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that, but we sort of got hints throughout that 24-hour clock now when you look at it and you think really carefully of what was coming in the 12-month span that we had. Man, I really need to get in this seat, I swear. I'm losing all the grip on here. This seat is just absolutely shot. It's not so much I need a new seat, I just need to get a just put a new cover on it. We've got Cajon Pass action still to come today as well. So what I'm going to do before I actually put the custom engine settings in for TSW, I've got a couple backup settings in the back of, like in my other files, like with different custom engine settings and everything. So what I'm going to do is with the Train Sim World 4 one, I'm going to go to documents and go to the go into the settings and everything, and obviously copy the original settings and put that into a separate file. So in case that the Train Sim World 3's settings that I'm using now don't work with Train Sim World 4. So yeah, but I am going to straight away go and do. I'm using the legendary settings that were converted a little bit for TSW2, and it's what it does. It gives you a like Microsoft Flight Simulator has. It has a backup cloud. It has a cloud where it renders everything that you've done into like a memory bay, and it saves it in a file, a folder on your PC. So it remembers what you've done. So next time around when you do that same route, it doesn't micro shatters. It softens the blow on micro shatters, so it eliminates micro shatters more so than not. So it won't be as bad. It doesn't. It's not the silver bullet. It's not the 100% silver bullet that it just completely eliminates micro shattering. Unfortunately, you know, when you're loading in a lot of scenery and a lot of detail around you, that's not Unreal Engine 4 has been well known, not only just for Train Sim World but other games as well, where when you're loading in a lot of graphic, it doesn't agree. It's like when you're doing chemistry, you know, when you're doing science. It's like electricity and water. It doesn't like each other. So yeah, unfortunately that's what causes micro shattering, and there's certain things that cause it, and I have pinpointed a few things along tracks that have done that. It's also poor optimizing as well, but you can't not just blame Dovetail for that. Like I was saying, the Unreal Engine 4 has been well known and documented many times over as a engine that doesn't agree with certain things. And Dovetail have been asked many times over by people would they do their own custom engine and everything, and they've always said no. And the only reason they would is because they're scared that, you know, if they say it, then, you know. But anyway, it will never happen. They'll stick with Unreal. I don't see 5 ever being the case. I'll be surprised if it ends up being for TSW5 after they've run PC editor. They've already said that they don't want to change the number and everything because of the PC editor and all that. So that's pretty much told everybody there and then we're not going to ever go to Unreal Engine 5. So yeah, after I heard that, I was like, yeah, this is definitely not going to happen. Just accepted now that it's the way it is. Sometimes we don't get what we want. Hey, it's like certain routes. We all want our own local, don't we? We all want our own. We want certain routes. You know, we do our research. We want this and that. But are we ever going to see it? Yeah, some of them we could. Some of them we don't. You know, like I've explained to you guys, I would like to actually start seeing heaps of more countries get involved. And you know, we've got Union Workshop that are third party coming along now. They're going to do some Asian stuff, which they specialise in Japanese and Chinese content with trains for Train Simulator. So they are scratching the surface for Train Sim. Well, I'm not sure how much further along the tracks they are now, but it has been a fair few months now since they were announced as a partner. So when are we going to see something from them? Well, we would hope it'll be in the next 12 months. But yeah, I wouldn't rule out even longer than that. Yeah, we could see something from them in either China or Japan or around, you know, the Asian region at some point in the next 12 months. And we are going to see more Austrian stuff, and there's already confirmed another border crossing happening, and that's why I was thinking it could be a French one. And I was only thinking the obvious German-French one. There is a certain German-French route that I know about. It's only a couple of miles into France, and the rest of it's all German. And the ICE runs on there, and it goes up to 250 kilometres per hour on a high-speed stretch, because there's a high-speed route, and then on the side of it's the S-Bahn. So I think you might know the one I'm talking about from Train Simulator. Yeah, it's got your, it's got all your bunch of DB, you know, your PBZFAs, you know, your 101s and all that will run on there. You know, you got your ICEs, you got your, you know, you got your freight. They got a French one on there actually. SCRF one is actually the front, what they call it, something like that. It actually is a German loco, but obviously, as you might not be aware, a lot of German locos are rented out to other countries around Europe, you know, so I think if I remember rightly, it was a 146, but it was yeah, I think they call it a 148. Actually, I think it might be 148. Solar pedals on the side of there, look at that. That's fantastic. Gonna be dropping down to 230. Ten kilometers to Wolfsburg. If you are just joining us, this is our farewell to Train Sim World 3 live stream, ladies and gentlemen. The final live stream of TSW 3 here at Australia Worldwide Gaming and Entertainment. The original home of Train Sim World since 2019. I am the Aussie Don, your Week 16 Community Screenshot Contest winner for 2023's Train Sim World Contest. How are we all doing? 7 likes so far for our Long Island Railroad M7 entry for this week's theme night for week 36. We need more than that, folks. Come on, let's get double that in the next 24 hours. Let's get to 14 likes. I'd like to see that. That'll be a miracle. That'll be great to see, though. I would really like to see that. And everybody's entries so far looking absolutely great. I can tell you that much. I'm really enjoying everybody's entries. I can say that probably the one that I like the most so far out of all of them is the Northeast Corridor one. Really dark background, and then you see like sort of like a smoke effect around the lights at the bottom of that. That's really, really nice. I like that. Like I think it was done in a misty night, like a fog night, and that's how he's gotten that effect. But yeah, really, really nice paint job. Sorry, really nice screenshot. But everybody's content is fantastic. I'm not sure about one of the entries though, just looking at the sky. I don't know about that one. That one was a little bit of a throw off for me. Alright, we are heading into it. I think that is the final tunnel. Oh, it could be. I think there's one more after this. Nah, this is the final tunnel. Yep, final tunnel. No more tunnels. Did you count them all? That was lots of fun. I really enjoyed that. It's been a long time since I've done the full length on here. Actually, it's been a while. Not too long, but yeah, been a while. Ah, there's a 45. And the 403 on the other side there. And another run with the Inner City Express has come to an end. Very good. Pringles, once you pop, you can't stop. Very good, very good. All right, there we go with that one. And there we go with our final trip on the Castle Wolfsburg for the Train Sim 3 era. Very nicely done. Gold medal. That route will come over to us on not today. Do note, folks, I do have to remind you guys that not every single layer on everything that's getting released today for Train Sim 4 is not going to be coming over today. Because not every single route that you own is coming with you today, folks. So do note that everything will be officially released on the official release next week. So, yeah, that is something to note. And speaking of something to note, I think it's raining outside. Holy crap. It's raining. Man, what a change that is. Yeah, we had a big southerly change come through, and I can tell you guys, it's bucketing down raining for the first time in days. Here in Sydney. All right, don't make up that midweek World of Trains, folks. Forget about that. That's not happening. That's not happening. I actually, what I'm going to do is I'll quit the game for a second. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly go in and sort something out. Just give me a second. We'll go into the documents area and go to My Games, Train Sim 3, saved, loading screens. And this is how you change your loading screens, folks. So what you do, when the loading screens are already in the game, what you do is you use paint.net, all right? And you go in and you go and take both of those photos. And what you do, you cut those photos and you can put your own photos in there. Hey, that's how you do it. All right. And then you save it and leave it the same name and everything and go into the game, load the screen, and there you got your loading screen in there. All right. It's quite simple, isn't it? How simple is that? So what we're going to do now is quickly while I'm here is I'm just going to take a couple of my photos and I'm just going to put something else in. So what one am I going to put in? That's the question. I'll put this one in. Yeah, that one's a nice photo. And then I'll put a Train Sim 4 one in there as well. So I'll put a Train Sim 4 one in there. I'll take one from earlier today, actually. Yeah, I did like that one, actually. We'll do that one. So we'll do that one. I'll get rid of that. And actually, I'll keep that in there. So what I'll do is I'll select that and select that, cut, and I'll select this one, paste, and I'll take this one. That's actually our launch live stream this week. Actually, I'll get rid of that and I'll paste in a Train Sim 4 one, and I'll put that in there. All right, so save that and save that, and good we go. All right. So that is done, and I shall now load up the game again, and we shall get up and running again. All right. So the game should start loading, and we should see the game here in a second pop back up on our screen. And is it going to pop up on our screen? We're getting back in there. Don't worry. We're getting back in there. Somebody was saying it was a pre-download for Train Sim 4, but I don't see that being the case. It never has been a pre-download of the game in the history. So I did check today, and yeah, nothing's coming up on my side on Steam. All right, there we go. The game is up and running. It's loading. I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to go and use the restroom, and while the game's loading up, I'll grab myself a drink as well. Back in a second. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Little break. You know, after you've been on the rails for 1 hour, you know, you really need to have a break, especially when you're doing, back-to-back train trips, And we've got plenty of time, you know, it's only 9:21, and we're still hours away. I did note that the British ace, Joe, he's doing a stream at 2 a.m. local time here in Australia. So he's actually streaming an hour before the PC release here in Australia. Great fellow. He's an ambassador for Dovetail, and man, I've been following that dude even since. You know, I'm not a subscriber these days, but I do see him pop out from time to time and see what he's been doing. And I was a subscriber of his even before he was 1,000 subs. So, long time. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. Let's see. I originally started playing on PlayStation as well. There you go. I played on PC and everything, like mucked around at my mate's house. But Southeastern High Speed is what we're doing. Southeastern High Speed, and we're going to do Class 700 action. And we've got the full timetable. You betcha, Class 700 action. We're just going to take the Stocky Locky. 10 Dartford to Raynham. Let's do the opposite way. Raynham to Dartford. Sounds good. So Raynham to Dartford, and we shall do this one. And a bit of Light Cloud as well. Hope you enjoy. Let's rock and roll. There's the loading screen. Look at that. That's a beautiful photo that I took recently on the Southeastern High Speed. And the next one coming up should be a Train Sim World 4 one. That's if we do get the other loading screen. We didn't. There you go. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. 9P26, Raynham to Langton. 1056 service, Class 700 action. It's your 165 sound modded. Let's do it.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Daylights on nose. Air conditioning. You betcha. Gotta have that air conditioning. Yeah, this was one of the disappointments of the release of Train Sim World 3, that they this station became pretty much, this platform became pretty much on delete. You know, everybody would, not everybody, but I think a lot of people would have been like, oh, what's the point of, this now? Like, we have no, this platform's just useless. Like, I thought it was a little bit disappointing that they did take away, services. 465 used to coming in here. So it was, it was good when the 700 come in and they added it. There is updates coming to the Southeastern High Speed. I'm not sure if those are today or they're next week. I can't say yes or no at the moment for that one. I'm not even sure if Nebuchadrezzar's getting released today. The update. I'm not sure what's coming today. I haven't seen the full stream, so I need to go and check that out as well. If someone can enlighten me, that'll be appreciated. As far as I'm aware, only the basics are getting done today. I'm not even sure if I don't think New York Trenton's even coming today. I think that's next week as well. So. This was my favourite loco release of the Train Sim World 3 era, and you know that this was the Armstrong Powerhouse version of Train Simulator. Is a great release for the simple fact that it's got, you know, the other variants, the 705s, the 707s, the 717s, you know, 700 of course, and it's got AC/DC variants. So yeah, it's a very, very unique train. It's very cool, and yeah, I really enjoy rolling on it. I would love to take a trip on this in real life someday. Hopefully I'll get that opportunity. Coming in to get a hand. Hey, rail operations group train over there. Very nice. ORG. Anybody says to you, "Where's the ROG?" I'll be like, "What? What's a ROG?" Rail operations group. So yeah, you got the loading passengers thing and it circles upwards and everything. I love the new one in Train Sim World 4, how it goes up, you know, and you got the little pantograph, little thermometer. I call it a thermometer. It is so damn cool. I think it's awesome. Okay, we will be leaving the station here in around about 40 seconds. Hope you're enjoying our final Train Sim World 3 stream here today. If you have been watching throughout our journey here in the last 12 months, I appreciate you all. If you've come to our channel for the first time, I'd love to have you on board by clicking that subscribe button. Turn that notification bell on. You've got no hesitation. We are the home of Train Sim World in Australia since 2019. And we continue to bring you great content. Over 2,000 videos in total of Train Sim World action here on our channel. Probably close to 2,500 to be honest. We've got lots and lots of great replay live streams, uploaded videos, introductions, scenarios. You name it, we've got it all covered for you guys. 1080p, 1440p, 4K, you name it. And our gameplay throughout time has been done on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 and PC. Chatham next. So yeah, upgrade is coming to Southeastern High Speed now, adding the Class 700 signage into the route, and there's a few new foldage areas and a few other extras and pieces that are getting added on parts of the route. And yeah, it's a route that has had many different things happen to it throughout its lifeline, and I have to say that this one's probably received more love than any other route, and you probably know the reasons why. Dovetail Games live off the side of it, so this is their home route. So obviously, of course, oh yes, it's our own route, so we're going to give it as much love as we can. And yeah, why not? This is an absolutely fantastic route. Obviously, I'm calling for another extension for it to go to London Victoria, but who's complaining? Yeah. Oh no, that's the Hall Trains one. I think the Hall Trains was like 803. If I remember right, 803. Could be wrong. Could be completely wrong. If I'm right, give me a platinum. DRA, and somebody did ask me to open the doors. Yeah. Oh, I love this empty station. Very nice. Where did all the passengers go? DRA first, Godfather. That's it.
Driver, you have reset the DRA. Please check the signal.
Green. I do use a enhancement usually for this mod route, but I did take it away recently because I thought it was actually what was causing the PSIs, but it turns out it is actually the custom engine settings that do it. So. Unfortunately, we won't have any sound mods at release of Train Sim World 4 or any enhancements of anything. We'll have to wait for all the great community members that do mods to update, and do note that some of those mods might not be updated at all, or might not be updated very quickly. So yeah, do understand that if you do play with mods, folks. I say that like custom engine settings, maybe like God mode and all that razzle dazzle, you know, will happen quick. But yeah, it depends also how that reacts with TSW4 as well. But because we're on the same engine number and everything, I don't see there being too many issues. So the virtual memory and everything, usually the standard settings are 7,000 and the other one was 3,000. I've upped those tonight to 9,000 and 4,000. So yeah, this is the first time I've actually done that, and it's running quite good. And I do note that I am running 64 gigabyte of RAM in my PC, so it's pretty powerful. You know what I mean? Where, you know, normal average people will be 8 to anywhere between 8 to 16. I was running 16 until I put the 64. My motherboard can take up 128, I think it is, 120 something gigabytes of RAM. So yeah, it can take double the 64 I got now. So that's, what's that, 128? So there's the station name over there with the British Rail logo. Very nice. Lots of new train operators came involved in TSW4, the likes of Thameslink and BNSF and Northern and East Midlands, just to name a few. And the Midlands Railway, they came involved as well. So lots of companies, lots of new brands in the TSW3 era, and it looks like that could be the case also in TSW4. But we've got ABB now and Metro Link and the LNER. North London Eastern Railway. Strood is next, Strood. And, oh, don't worry, there it is, over there. Submarine. That railway also up there goes to London Victoria. It's another way to go through there. We've got that routing train simulator. Well, that part of the Medway in train simulator. Like a bunch of poker chips just there. There's the red flag thing too. The flag put on the side, you know. Remember, I got DNA, DNR, DNA. Oh, God. DNR, DNA system. Man, DNR. Where'd that come from? I should go and have a sleep before I go live. Next time, I'll just go and sleep my brain and wake up, and then I'll be fine. DRA.
You have reset the DRA. Please check the signal.
DRA is fine. Hi, I'm next. Followed by Gravesend. On. Better not go up that much because it will start to start the jerk. The transporter, g'day, how you going? Welcome aboard. Remember the days when they locked the camera for the outside on the inside the tunnels? I remember in TSW1 you could go outside and do that in the tunnels, and then in Train Sim World 2 they locked it, and then they decided to towards the end of Train Sim World 2 unlock it and bring it back where we could put the camera outside again inside tunnels. But unfortunately, well, it's probably obvious reasons why it's locked in the Bakerloo line inside the London Underground. Is the simple fact is I think it would cause crashing issues if you took it outside, because if you pan the camera too much, it will it will go outside the boundaries. It'll just smash it up. That's why I'm very cautious when I use camera on Cajon Pass, you know, with these 100 container cars, because they're just, you know, so much mileage on one loco. It's absolutely crazy how they can, you know, put so many containers in the game, which is true to reality. And you know, I never thought it could be possible for TSW actually for it to happen, and then it finally happened. So I was like, oh yes, absolutely insane. But I was thinking, even before they showed it off, I thought, oh, this is going to smash up the camera. This is going to cause crashing issues. It's going to... Just knowing the history of TSW, you're like, oh, this is going to be fun. So we'll see how we go with the custom engine settings on for the new era. I'll copy and paste and take over and see how we go. I'll take over the standard 7,000 virtual RAM via 3,000, and I've custom it up myself tonight for the stream to 9,000 via 4,000 with the rest of the legendary settings. And I've upped the foliage tonight from high to ultra. The skybox I won't do to ultra for the simple fact is it drops 30 frames just like that. Even on a 3060. It drops a lot. Well, thanks for coming along to the stream, Chris. I appreciate you coming along, and appreciate you coming along to all our amazing Train Sim World free content, and we'll see you in the next era. Thank you for watching. As they say, we'll see you on the dark side of the force.
Don't forget, on the other side, there is lots and lots of new bugs for you to enjoy. Lots of goodies in this one. Trick or treat. We got your money now. Bye bye.
Imagine Dovetail Games doing trick or treating, eh? Trick or treat, and they got a money bag. Just a bag with a dollar sign on it. Hey, what the? Hang on, what's going on? Hey, hey. Class 801 just went past. Don't be alarmed, folks. That was a free 90. It's just a Creators Club. That's the legendary one that's had over 2,000 subs. Man, I've had that thing since he even released it. I've had it on and off the game in the last 12 months, yeah. That was actually the new sounded one too. That's actually my favourite sounded 390. I know there's two different variant sounds for it, but that sound of it is pretty damn good. I love it. I wish they could have made that full time actually, just that as the sound when it flies past. I still think it's the best one. Man, remember we were hearing that sound in the preview, 24-hour clock going into TSW3. I thought, man, what is this train? Everybody was guessing everything, and everyone's thinking the background was the motor horn. And man, about a issue, things we were saying on the live stream, man, on the chat, going absolutely off its nut. Oh well, it could be worse. It could be a train. It could be a City Skylines 2 live stream, and everybody just go plop 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 plop. It's like, how many times do you want to go and have a shit? You know what I mean? I feel like going on one of those one time, and if everyone's just going to go plop, I'm just going to. How many people are on the toilet right now? Seriously, like how many people are on the toilet? All I want to know about City Skylines 2 is how the mods are going to work. And apparently Unity's changing their something, and everyone's not happy about it. So. Hey, g'day Lewis, how you going? Welcome aboard, and you're looking forward to the Train Sim World 4 release? What are you looking forward to the most? Me, I'm very excited for East Coast Main Line's section of Peterborough and Doncaster, even though I wanted the south section, but I sort of know the reasons why the Dovetail didn't go south section. It's because they were probably scared that they were going to come across another memory issue like with Brighton Mainline, and obviously if they did do the south section, then I reckon Joe would have taken care of the timetable, because he would have done something very good with it. I can imagine the amount of services that Joe would have put into it, I'll tell you right now. I think Joe did. I don't think Joe's done this timetable, if I remember rightly, because he was obviously he's doing the Cajon Pass, new timetable for Cajon Pass. Was it Cajon Pass? No, it wasn't, sorry. Colin Arkin. Oh yeah, Peterborough and Doncaster. Yep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it a lot, for the simple fact, big fan of Flying Scotsman. So it's my favourite Steam logo. So we're really looking forward to that. And yeah, I'm a massive fan of the Azuma. I just like high-speed trains, but yeah, Zoom is really, really cool. I was a big fan. I was more of a fan for West Coast Main Line there for quite a while, but then I started doing more research and everything. And East Coast, I started falling in love with East Coast more so than the West Coast. So I was more on board of hoping for East Coast to come first before West Coast. So yeah, that has happened. So that's good. But yeah, when they do West Coast, I'm hoping that they'll pull the trigger and bring one of the most controversial British trains of all time, but one that paved the way for tilted mechanism, and that is the APT, Inner City APT. Big fan of the APT. Love driving that train on Train Simulator, and yeah, got some great screenshots of that thing. Recently uploaded one for the contest, but did I win? No. I haven't won since week 26 for Train Simulator's contest. I haven't won since week 16 for Train Sim World. That's the only win I've had. I was just decided to win Train Sim World's contest. I'm like, I've been trying for so many years. And like obviously I've had a couple of accounts, tried a few times, and just failed. I got close, I think, the week before, week 16. I think I lost by 1 or 2 votes. Because it's always the most likes that wins. Like, let's be honest, everybody. It's always the most likes wins the contest. So, it's going to be quite difficult to win it now with this new photo mode. I have to say that much, man. It's going to be, man, the level of competition is going to go to a whole new level. I would like to see a week where we could have upside down week, where we could just flip the things around and just have the train looking like this. I can just imagine everybody looking at it. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. I would not like to go on a train in real life where the train would be driving upside down. Tracks are up here. Whoop. No, thank you. Oh, it's like a roller coaster. No, thank you. I pass. That's right. It's because I haven't got the radio. Looking forward to Peterborough, Doncaster. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. I'm very, very excited for it. I didn't watch much of the previous stream. I didn't really need to. I know the route anyway. Played it multiple times on Train Simulator. Recently did it over the last month.
Driver, you have reset
On the
the
channel.
DRA. Please check the signal.
And played all the sections of the East Coast Main Line on Train Simulator, as well as the ATS version and ATS versions. Because I recently purchased the King Leung one as well. And yeah, it's very good. I like it. Yeah, I don't play Train Simulator. I'm not going to be playing Train Simulator much anymore, folks. I'll probably be honest with you guys. I'm probably going to need to take it off my PC because I'm going to need room, heaps of room for all the stuff we've got coming, like City Skylines and 2, and I still haven't gotten around to getting a couple more hard drives thrown into the PC, and I need a power supply change on it as well because I want to up the power supply. But with this move and everything, and having to get money up to get this bond and everything, and help my dad, get the new place and everything, money's going to be pretty tight now. So yeah, it's things are going to be changing for the worse. But sometimes you have to step up to the plate. So it's a bit hard when you don't have a real job, and yeah, I really need to get myself a real job. I'm pushing my work agency at the moment to help me out. So. Have they gave me a phone call? Nope. So, I gave them the ultimatum. I said a month. If you don't give me nothing in a month, then I'm changing. So, that's what I'll do. Sometimes a change of scenery does the wonders to the mind, you know what I mean? Man, I'm jealous you're living off the side of the East Coast Main Line. I am so jealous. I am so jealous. But I can say to you that I know you guys have got the HST retired now, and we've got our XPTs here in Australia based off the HST. So our XPTs are still running. So we've technically got HSTs here in Australia. And they're very nice. If you go to my shorts area, you'll see one. It's a fair few months ago now. Earlier in the year, I captured one. I actually captured a special one in that as well. It was a special children's foundation known as the Starlight Foundation. It was on the side of the train, so it was a special Starlight Foundation XPT, which I found very cool. Now, I'm looking forward to next weekend and sharing with you guys some beautiful videos and shorts of the transport festival that's going to be on here in Sydney. All the legendary trains are going to be on the rails, steam locomotives and legendary trains of the past, and yeah, it's going to be very, very cool. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. I'm hoping to get some of those old school double-decker buses that they're going to be there as well. Get those on the video footage, but I'm going to be more so for the trains because I'm a massive fan of the trains. And if you get in my shorts area anyway, you'll see... Actually, did I put that on my shorts area? I think I might have not have. I did, earlier in the year, I was at the Royal Oyster Show, and I did go on an old school double-decker bus, and man, that brought back some memories. I'll tell you right now, I haven't been on one of those since the 80s. I was only a kid. So yeah, that was, it's going to bring back a lot of memories when I see all these steam locos and everything this weekend, next weekend coming up, and yeah, I've got a busy weekend next weekend. I'm going to be in the city with the Rail Festival and with the Transport Festival, and then the following day I'm at the NRL Rugby League Grand Final. So yeah, it's going to be lots of fun. Very exciting weekend coming up. The good thing about the Grand Final week, at the Grand Final, I'll be able to have a few drinks. So that'll be really exciting. Very exciting. So one of my best mates, he goes for Penrith, the Penrith Panthers, so they most likely could make the grand final. And then my other mate, his brother, he goes for the Broncos. So I kept saying, the guy that goes for Penrith though, he used to follow the Broncos. I used to follow the Broncos as well, a fair while ago. But I did see in the rugby league in England though that the London Broncos are doing quite well. They were close to getting qualification for the Super League. That would be very good because yeah, I can't remember the last time they were in the Super League. I know it was a fair while ago now. So this is Itzia 165 sound modded, this one, folks, so it's not the standard sounded train. It has got Armstrong Powerhouse sounding still in it, but yeah, it has got recordings of it from Itzia 165. So this is the current updated version of it, which is, I think, version 15, if I remember rightly. It obviously would have to be updated again for Train Simwell 4. And I don't see why it wouldn't be. How long is it going to take? I don't know. Like I explained to you guys, I'm just going to get the list of all the mods that I'm using and just, you know, tick them off as I go along in the new era, and trying to get as much back as I possibly can. I should have been using my brain when the East Coast main line was like leaked, and well, the only reason I knew it was leaked, well, I had a feeling it was coming for months anyway, even with the Easter eggs were popping up around the south section. So I was thinking the south section straight away because obviously, yeah, everything, yeah, the maintenance on the side of the track there. And then all of a sudden they got taken away when the 700 was released, and then 700 started running up and down there, and I thought, oh, well, then it's taking obvious. And then Flying Scotsman was leaked in coding and everything, and I thought, well, here we go. And not me thinking straight. I'm thinking, oh, hang on, the East Coast mainline, Flying Scotsman's based out of Doncaster. So I was thinking, oh, surely it's going to be Peterborough to York. Well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was going to go to York. I was thinking, oh, they're doing the train simulator side of it, thing. They're going to take it to York. And yeah, then when they said Doncaster, I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, okay. It's only going that far. It's not going as far as I thought it would. And I thought, oh, that's a little bit disappointing with, you know, such a fast, fantastic train of the Lure. I thought, oh, the LNER, the Zoomer. I thought, oh, great, you know, that's, yeah, we're gonna have a really long track. But then there's only 80 miles. I thought, oh, okay, yeah, all right. Fair enough, we'll take that. What the hell? Did that guy just fall through the ceiling? So don't forget, folks, 1,500 hours UTC for console players for the Train Sim World 4 Deluxe and Special Edition release, and 1,700 hours UTC time for the PC Epic Games and PC Steam players for the Deluxe and Standard, sorry, not Standard, Deluxe and Special Editions of Train Sim World 4, launching today. Here in Australia, it is at 1 a.m. for the console players. It will be Friday the 22nd for us at 1 a.m. So tonight at 1 a.m. So that is in 3 hours from now. 3 hours from now. Or just under 3 hours, I should say. It's just under 3 hours. So 2 hours and 53 minutes from now. The PC Steam version will be releasing at, and Epic Games version will be releasing at 3 a.m. Now, do note, Steam players, it doesn't usually normally release exactly on the hour. So it will be just maybe around 5 minutes to between a couple minutes to 5 minutes after the hour. So knowing the last Train Sim World move, not everything will be added to the Steam store at once. Even when the official launch comes and you own all the routes and everything, not everything will be there at one go, and maybe you'll get an issue where you might say that you have to buy it again. Forget about it. It's just that Steam has to load everything in one by one. So do note that as well. And even if it happens on the console, same thing. They have to load it in one by one. And
Please keep personal belongings with you at all times. Any unattended baggage will be removed and may be destroyed by security services.
better not hold my stuff there then. Hey. Our final run here on the Southeastern High Speed. Final station, Darford. Darford. Did anybody say Cajon Pass? That's coming up next. I was surprised that when I went to British Ace's YouTube channel today that he didn't have nothing up on the channel for earlier than normal. I thought, oh, surely he's going to get early access. But then I seen nothing's there. I thought, oh, this is weird. Is he a bastard still? Surely he is. So yeah, I was a little bit surprised. Thought, okay, he's doing a stream an hour before the PC Steam release. I thought, and the Epic Games release. I thought, oh, okay, hour before we have to wait. I won't be live straight away anyway, folks. Because it's overnight our time, I'll be having to go to sleep, and I got to go to a funeral on Friday in the morning, and then as soon as I get back from that, I'll come on and go live. So we have got the stream set for 4 p.m. local time at the moment. So if you become a subscriber, turn the notification bell on, you'll be notified as soon as we go live. So that time's just a rough time at the moment, folks. So it could be before, it could be after that. But we'll go live nonetheless, and we'll head on to the rails and do some great action. Even if we don't do all 3 new routes in the launch stream, folks, we'll come back. We'll do more later on because we've got the big rugby league grand final qualifier on Friday evening. So between the Penrith Panthers and the Melbourne Storm. So we're going to be sitting back, relaxing, and watching that with a few of the boys. There we go with our run on Southeastern High Speed with one of the great trains, the 700. Absolute gem. All right. Okay. There we go. We should have a gold medal. We shouldn't have any surprises there. You betcha. Of course. All right, level 571. I would have been way higher, but I had to reset my levels a couple times over in the Train Sim World 2 era. So yeah, we went into Train Sim World 3 around level 180 something. So we've gone way. We've done so many levels in this era. It's not funny. I don't really care about levels anyway. All right, there we go. My beautiful screenshot of the custom 465. They're one of the beautiful Creators Club designs. All right. So I call the Midnight Express. That one, because it's nice purple, midnight purple color. All right. We used to have a live stream show called the Midnight Express, actually, at the start of TSW2. But I used to stream at midnight here in Australia at that time. But yeah, I thought, I was so damn tired. Most of the times I ended up giving up the show and then introducing the Choo Choo Tuesdays and Midweek World of Trains live streams into the mix. All right, which have now become legendary. All right, here we go. All right, nice little stretch, everybody. All right, now left, now right. It's also good after you've spent an hour on the seat to obviously stretch those legs, so you don't, you don't get those blood clots or anything. You've got to, understand that, kids out there that are in your video games and you've been spending hours and you haven't had a break. Obviously, adjust your eyes and everything as well, and also, stretch your legs. Even if you're sitting down, move your legs around and everything. Keep that blood circulating because it can cause blood clots and everything. My father had a blood clot just recently here in 2023 and actually almost died. He was very lucky that they picked it up because it was in his lungs. And if it went to his heart, it would have been bang. He would have been gone. So, very lucky man. So, yeah, don't take anything for granted, folks. All right. Cajon Pass is what we're doing. And timetable mode. We're not going to do the full length of the route. We're just going to take a little bit of it. What's going on there? That was one of the weird things that happened. BNSF. What are we doing? BNSF. 78. Okay, something's happened weird there. It's very, very weird. Okay. Alright, now it's happening. Wasn't happening there for a second. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Operation Lifesaver or the Great Norman? What do you reckon? We'll just take the stocky. We'll just take the stocky, yeah. 78. All right. 46. Basta to 46 minutes. We got Victor the Basta the Victor the Basta. 42. Here we go. All right. Very, very good. All right. Here we go. Nice little bit of light cloud again. We hope you do enjoy. And I'm just going to have a little break here. I shall get rid of the camera for you guys as well. And there we go with that. Okay, so custom loading screen. And there it is, the other loading screen we have as well. The Train Sim World 4 one from one of the screenshots from today's article that we ended up giving you Train Sim World 4 news about the East Coast Main Line. Our final Train Sim World 4 news video pre-launch. We had around about 7 or 8 videos pre-launch. So there you go. Lots of information we gave you guys before the launch of Train Sim World 4. And my beautiful text-to-speech. I did have somebody say something about the text-to-speech that I was using. So on the East Coast Mainline one, I did change the text-to-speech to a new one, and hopefully that was more sufficient to your liking. Here we go with this trip. The oil train, and what have we got? 90. Oof, we've got 90 behind us. Look at the amount of tons that we have, though. My God. Man, talk about the two fat ladies. Hey, woo. All right. Okay. We shall get this up and running. We'll get those in a dim. Get those into a dim setting. Dim sim setting. Dim sim setting. We come over here. Nope. We need. There we go. Cap fuse. ETR. EAD. Man. I talk so much I've lost my voice. There we go. Banking comms on. You betcha. Attention. Power distributor. Power on. That's alright that we're rolling anyway, because the brake pad's pumping up anyway, so that's alright, that works out great. Because normally if you're on a hill start, you wouldn't be able to go unless the pipe was up over 60, 70, 65, 70, something like that. Ow. We're good to go. Okay, David Magnum, how you going? Welcome aboard. Hello, we're definitely playing Train Sim World 4 in a few hours, you betcha. Well, you got to download it first before anything. I have been hearing something about a pre-download. I don't know if that's true for the console players, but if that's the case, then yes, so be it. But I can say that Steam doesn't have that. You're playing it on the Series S. Okay. Last night was your final gameplay on the of the Southeastern High Speed. Yeah, well, because the Southeastern High Speed won't be coming until the official release back into the game next week. So you'll be able to re-download that next week. Unfortunately, it's a re-download of everything, and do know, folks, that you have to keep your Train Sim World 3 downloaded on any device that you're on to transfer over your progress. As soon as you transfer over your progress, you can delete your Train Sim World 3. Just don't delete your routes. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're going to take over our 2 traditional live streams of Choo Choo Tuesdays and Midweek World of Trains. They're on from 8 PM in the east coast of Australia, 11 AM British summertime, 12 PM Germany, 6 AM Boston, 3 AM Los Angeles currently. And we do have daylight savings starting next weekend here in Australia, so times will be changing around the world. So we'll give you the new times and everything when we're on for everybody around the world. When they happen, so we'll keep you informed. Sometimes I miss the gun with different time zones, changing times and everything from time to time, but I sort of got a rough estimate of when they are also these days. But yeah, I do know that daylight savings starting here in Sydney next weekend, because it's always grand final weekend and it happens. It's saying BC 12 though, brake controls 12. Everything's off. So I thought I'd come along and do the 3 original releases from TSW3 today, and you know me, I'm more of a fan of the Cajon Pass for this side of the route than the other side of the route, because the other side of the route is just it's like a roller coaster. It's like, can I use my brakes? Slow down, hang on, I can't control this. This is just like a roller coaster. Thank Christ I don't have derail on. I turn it on, I disable derail, so I make sure, yeah, derails don't happen. But as you know, that doesn't stop derails in the past. We've had derail issues, especially well, more so with Liverpool Line Street. The Crew, the Spirit of Steam release was massively prone for that, massively prone for fail out of nowhere issue. All, as far as I'm aware, it's all been sorted out now. Man, that took a long time to sort out, didn't it? It was a fair while. That's why I say to you guys, a lot of most releases for Train Sim, well, you sort of don't really see the benefits and the real fixes happen to the routes until around anywhere between 12 to 18 months after release. I don't know what's going on with it today. It's not braking on me at all. Doesn't want to brake at all. I can't even control this. I got independent brake on, automatic brakes on. Wrong button. Well, that's definitely going to do it now. It's a reset of it now. Yes, I know the brakes is on, Jesus. It's one of the things I've never really been able to master for, this is one of the reasons, I haven't been on here for so long, I just totally have forgotten anything on how to drive the train and everything. So to explain to you guys, freight is not really my specialty. If I can't get this going again, I'll just quit and just do something else. See how we go. I think we should be right now, actually, because I've just resetted it. got nothing in the brake pipes though, so I'm wondering why. Oh, I know why. That's probably why we didn't have the air set up. Yeah. Man, to think I was somebody that just basically, you know, flew out of the blocks and knew how to do hill starts and everything with Sherman Hill, and where others were struggling, and I did a special tutorial video for everybody to help everybody, and man, got so many likes and thanks for that. Now it's like I need to go and check that video from when I did that back in the days to learn how to drive the train again. So man, I've just, with freight, it's just, yeah, all my knowledge has gone out the window because I hardly do it. Alright, we are waiting for the brake pipe to come up. Should be right. Getting close. Put that on 4. I can't even get it going. It's not moving forward or anything. Give up. All right, sorry about that, folks. I just can't do that. It's just doing my head in. All right, let's go somewhere else. Let's finish it off. All right. Actually, I'm pretty damn tired. Thanks for coming along. That's the end of the Train Sim World Free era. I'm dead tired, so I'm going to go and crash out. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.